Okay, so thank you for coming to our course registration breakout room. I'm Kara McMahon, and just when I thought we were good, someone else is joining.
That's okay. And I'm Kristen Shea. So we're
both school counselors and new to DSHA this year, but we're so happy to be here and nice to have all of you in our first breakout room.
Yeah, so do you want to share the screen? Should we start?
Sure. So we're going to start sharing just a quick PowerPoint presentation. We won't bore you, I promise.
We'll just walk through it.
Yep. I'm trying to, slideshow. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, so first and foremost, this is our counselor breakdown. You probably all heard from Brian Hendricks in your first session. He's the Director of College Advising. Mrs. Therese Hayden is the school counselor for last names beginning A through G-U-N. And then Kristen is G-U-R through O-M-O, and then I am O-R-G through Z. There's a few different differentiations there, and we're all there to help the girls no matter what, but those are kind of like the go-to breakdowns. Right, Chris, do you want to add anything to that?
Yep, if any of you have any questions, reach out to us either through messaging or through email, phone call. As you have questions and you go through this, we'll be more than happy to help you out.
Okay. So these are the course requirements. You're probably aware of them, seeing as though you have juniors. 4 years of English, 4 years of theology, 3 of math, 3 of science, 2 world languages, 1 fine arts, 1 applied wellness, 2 electives. Now, this is just the bare minimum to graduate from DSHA. Obviously, we really try to emphasize a strong transcript and a strong schedule to make the girls more attractive to colleges, but this is right here the bare minimum.
So basically, when you're looking as juniors, do I need to take that 4th year math? Do I need to take that 4th year science or social studies? Is it recommended for colleges? Yes, it is. They are considered your core classes, and anything that you have that's a core class, it is important to look at making as strong of a transcript as you can and taking into that account. The bare minimum, or what we have here for your graduation requirements, is what most colleges at least need to be accepted into college, but are they looking for more? Yes, they are. Also the world languages. We have 2 years of world language that's needed. However, Madison strongly recommends that 3rd year of a foreign language. So we really, again, do recommend that 3rd and that 4th year makes your resume or your transcript look really strong. But again, one of the things you want to look at when you are a junior considering what am I going to do, you have an idea right now probably where you're thinking of what you want to study or where you want to maybe look at different colleges. What you're going to look at is actually go to those college websites and take a look and see what are they recommending for their admissions requirements or in a specific area of study that you are wanting to go into. So if you're looking at a engineering type program, you want to get in those mathematics and some of those maybe even into the AB Calc, BC Calc type courses. You want to take that physics. You really want to look into that strong area and what the school recommends. This is basically what most schools do, but not every school. So every college is a little bit different. And this is a basic guideline that most schools, I emphasize the word most, schools accept into their universities.
Okay, I'm going to move on. So this is the service requirement that DSHA requires. Obviously, it's a little bit different this year because of the Vocari. I think the girls weren't able to complete it last year, and to be honest, I'm not really sure what they're going to do about that this year. But they are all required to do some service hours, and this is the breakdown. And most of the girls, know about all of this. Okay. So this is a really important slide that we brought up the other day when we were meeting with all the classes about their course selection, the impact of stress. I mean, we hear it all the time. The girls are in our offices all the time, how their schedules relate to their stress. Now, of course, we want them to have some sort of stress. We all seem to function best on medium to medium high stress. You don't want to have nothing that challenges you, because that's not a way to live either. But I do not recommend taking multiple or taking all AP classes or dual credit classes. We had a lot of questions the other day with girls who said, well, if I take AP US History, do I have to take AP Gov the rest, or AP Social Studies the rest of my career at DSHA? Yes, it is recommended, but if it's going to put you over so stressed out that you're not going to be able to perform well, if you're going to get a C in the AP class, then no, that is not the way you should go. It's like, you really need to weigh all your options, what your schedule is going to be like next year, what you're really interested in, and make the decision yourself, how these classes will affect your stress level. Do you want to add anything, Mrs. Shea?
I just want you to look at, like, know yourself. Like, you guys are all juniors, or your students or your girls are juniors right now. So they probably have been through all of the ability or all the levels of stress that they start to learn about. How do they cope? Make sure that they know their own coping skills, know their own levels of how their body reacts, some of their when they overachieve or get a little bit overwhelmed, what does it look like to them? And then you have to, if they ever get to that point, please encourage them to see the counselors and maybe talk about, what do I need to eliminate? What do I need to look at? What am I have in my schedule? So when we're planning this schedule for this year, this is the most important thing I want the girls to look at, is I want them to see, what are the classes I'm taking? How much time will each of those classes take? Because if you're looking at the dual enrollment and the AP courses, those take up a lot of extra time than your regular college prep courses that we offer. And then, are they involved in sports? Are they involved in a part-time or full-time or part-time job? Are they also in how many clubs? Is it 1 club, 2 club, 3 clubs? How involved?
Are they preparing for college board exams? Are they preparing for the ACT and SAT? Because that's also another source of time consumption. So
right, in the college application process, yes, too, is that first semester. So take a look at it. So I don't always say, that, can I do this? Does it look good? I say, what is my time constraint? How much can I handle? And then dissect it and see what's the best opportunity, the best pathway for your daughter to take.
At the same time, we're not discouraging AP exams, but you should take in the whole person, the whole student, and see if it, not only does it look good on their transcript, but is it good for them mentally as well? Yes. Okay, so AP courses. Kristen, you want to take this one?
Okay, so advanced placement is, there are 2 types of courses. We'll talk about dual enrollment next, but AP is it's called advanced placement. It's through the College Board. You take the class here at DSHA, and then about April, May, you'll take an exam that covers everything that you have learned, and you will get a score. That score will be a 1 through a 5. If you get a 3, 4, or 5, that means you pass. But colleges independently set their own standards on what they are looking for and what they will give you credit for. So here's the best way to find out if you get a score and what college will accept that score and what credit they will give you, is you go directly to collegeboard.com, and they have a little nice platform that you fill in all that information, and it will tell you what score will give you what credits. So it's a super helpful exam if you want to go to Madison, Notre Dame, like every school is on there and will tell you what it equals. So what is the biggest thing with the AP exam is It takes at the end of the year, it's that exam that gives you the grade. It costs about $75 for the exam. The course does not cost you anything. It's a regular high school course. You get a grade just like you do in on your transcript. But then at the end of the year, you take that test, and that score on that test determines what kind of credits you get. Be aware that not every college will give you credit. It depends on the universities. Every single college is independent. They really do decide what they, on their own, what kind of credits they give you. So I strongly recommend that you look at each individual college, research what you're looking at taking, and if they will give you credit for that course, and what score you need to have that.
I just want to add one more thing to that. Some colleges don't accept the AP credit. Like for instance, when I went, I'm aging myself right now, but way back when I went to Villanova for undergrad, they did not accept my AP courses. However, I don't think I would have gotten into Villanova without an AP courses on my transcript. So that's something that you have to toy with too. Are you in it for the credits? Are you in it for the strength of your transcript? And again, it takes a little time and research to decide what's best for you. Okay. So dual credit courses.
So the big difference between dual credit is this is exactly like what it sounds. You get two things at once. You get a high school class and you get a grade during high school, but you're also currently enrolled at a college and getting a college credit for the grade that you get through DSHA. So for example, I took Tumultuous Times. I always say that wrong, but it's on my head. So I take that class, and it's a dual enrollment class through, I believe, Cardinal Stritch. I will get a A- in that class. I now have an A- on my high school transcript, and I also have an A- on Cardinal Stritch's transcript in a social studies class. So that again is very, that's different than the AP. The thing that is similar to AP is that you, not necessarily, and sometimes it does, it's really a individual college university decision if they accept that credit for a social studies class, or do they accept it as an elective, or do they not accept it at all. It is very individually based again, so the recommendation from our school is to call or to contact the universities and see if they accept those courses, or what they will give you credit-wise for the courses that you take through the individual colleges. And you get a transcript at the end of the year, whatever, end of your graduation, whatever classes you took at those universities, you will get a transcript from that university. And that is your transcript. That has nothing to do with us. You will take that transcript, and whatever colleges you apply to, you will be able to show them that you have credits from a university already. The big difference is also the cost. The fees can vary anywhere from $200 to $400, depending on the university that we have our dual credit options through. Kara, is there something I'm missing? I know there is right now.
I don't think so.
Okay. The course load, just to make you aware, it is a college level course. So this is a very similar course load to the AP courses, because they're all college level courses. So I would say it's not quite half double but it's quite a bit different. You have a lot more reading, you do a lot more in-depth studying, you go deeper into the subject areas.
So weighted grades, both the dual credit courses and the AP courses are weighted higher than regular courses at DSHA, a full credit higher. So if you get an A in AP government, that means that you are weighted a full 5 points rather than 4 points. So that is really the big difference in these college level courses. And that's really how you can boost your GPA if you are able to, handle the work and excel in the classes.
And really, if you're going to get a grade of a C or lower, you really should consider not taking an AP or a dual enrollment course. You really want to try to stay with that B or A. It just shows the strength and a C on a report card is still a C on a report card,
Yeah.
a D, you know, so we want to make sure that you have a strong unweighted report card also, because out-of-state colleges, in-state colleges, they do unweight your grades, and on our transcript, we do both the weighted GPA and the unweighted GPA.
Yeah.
So colleges see that immediately, so they know which is which. And they would have, if we didn't do that, I guarantee you, they would have changed it anyway. They always do an unweighted and a weighted GPA when they're looking at admissions requirements. So what does it look like if you have the such a big discrepancy with the lower, getting a little bit lower of a grade? It doesn't make the best impression. So
No.
if you're not able to get a pretty good grade in a dual enrollment or AP course, probably stick with the course that you feel strong about, you feel confident in, because if you're not getting the grade you want, you're also not feeling good about yourself. You're also putting a lot more pressure on yourself that's needed, and we really don't want that for you. College planning, this is the big overall picture. What do? You look at the schools that you're interested in, and you use that criteria for scheduling your junior, senior year.
And you ask for help if you need it. You have, 4 counselors at DSHA to help you. So feel free to ask for help.
Yes, there's many different options. And a lot of the information that you guys can find about the colleges is through Naviance and Career Locker. So I always, as a junior, you should start exploring what interests you have, maybe what career paths you're interested in, and then going into those Naviance programs that do offer career choices. And then you look at comparing colleges in that Naviance program is absolutely wonderful. They send you links directly to the colleges to find out what their admissions requirements are, what specific engineering or oceanography or biology or any of those types of programs. It's laid out for you really simply. And then you can go and see, oh, is this a class that I have been interested in? Do I like taking biology? No, I love chemistry instead. Well, then maybe the physical sciences are not for you. You need to look into something else. So by taking a look at what classes you've had in the past, what you've liked and what you don't like, will help you determine what classes you should take your senior year, which will also help then decide, maybe this is a better career path for me because I enjoy these classes and I'm good at them, versus I'm struggling, but I know that this looks good. So you really want to look at yourself as a student. So have a nice chat with your daughters about some of their interests and what they like and don't like, and really compare the classes that they're interested in taking. And because now is the time you can do that. Senior year is a great opportunity to explore so many different options because you have so many different choices of what is available to you.
Oh, and that's it. Stop sharing, and then, okay. Are there any questions? Does anyone want to put their mic on or use the chat room for questions?
Maybe we should do the chat room just to be safe. If anybody has any questions regarding any of this.
Comments, feedback?
Yeah.
Anything?
Something that we didn't talk about that you're interested in? It's a very individual decision. And one of the things I will tell you, as long as there's nobody asking, I'll kind of go on a little bit more. So your senior transcript. So you're taking senior classes. When you apply to colleges, those activities that you are going to, those classes that you are taking your senior year, the colleges are going to be aware of them because you have to put them down on every application. So let's say you sophomore or second semester, you decide to drop a core class. That is something you really need to express to your colleges and get approval for before you do that, because you have a commitment with them. Once you say you've selected these classes, they expect you to finish them. So I don't want to scare you, but the worst case scenario is some students have had a rescind letter because they decided to drop what that college thought of as a very specific and needed class. to be admitted
Hey,
into the
Chris,
university.
I just want to answer some of these questions that are coming through before we run out of time. So when do juniors register for classes? We're meeting with the rest of all classes on Thursday or Friday, tomorrow, Thursday. And then the juniors, the registration, I believe, opens up at the end of the day tomorrow, and then they have up until the 30th.
There's actually a specific time, and I don't know, but that's a good question. Because the freshmen are registering 1 week, sophomores another week, and juniors another week, and I apologize, I don't have that.
Freshmen and juniors can start opening, the registration, I believe, opens by the end of this week, and they have until the 30th.
Okay.
But they will get all that information in our group class meetings tomorrow. Now, also, someone had asked if financial aid could help with the dual credit classes. That is, yeah.
Yeah, so what happens is, so we have just started that this year, that if you apply for financial aid and you want to take some dual credit or AP courses, we do have fee waivers for AP courses, and we do have some financial aid now for our dual enrollment courses. So that is wonderful.
Okay. Any other questions before you'll head into the next breakout session? By this time, the juniors seem to be old pros at actually registering for classes in my DSHA. They could probably tutor us in it. So that doesn't seem to be the problem. It's more the question of what to take. So
Yeah.
if they have any specific questions, they should message their counselors on Teams, and we're happy to help.
Yeah, they were surveyed and they said, don't let us know about how to register. We want to know more about the classes we should take. So, yeah. But we're here to answer. It's really just, again, looking at the student, looking at yourself and deciding, what do I like? What's going to be the best course for me to take that's not overloading me to stress me out beyond what I can handle? You know, looking at what you can handle, and then finding the balance. There is that good balance. So of your expectations and what your abilities are.
All right. Well, thank you so much.